good to be here. It's good to be here. I'm glad that you are here with us on tonight. It might need you to rub it.
Okay.
Now she ain't gonna do it.
I can do it.
Trust me.
I rub it with his hand.
Yeah, look at it. I'm not trying to see that hand. You always trying to show somebody that hand. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Should have went, Don't even let nobody see that hand no more. Fred Sanford ain't in here. See? It's Friday night. I know you got paid.
No, it's not the end of the month.
End of the month. That's what she's waiting on.
I ain't waiting on that. Just
Oh, I know you
get
ain't.
paid.
I know
I ain't
you
waiting on
ain't.
it.
Call her Big Money Grip because she got it like that.
No,
Yes.
got it like that, but I got a father.
Yes, you do. Father. But we're here, and we thank you for tuning in as always. We are appreciative that you let us come into your homes, into your lives, and always we pray that something we say and do, sometimes it's comical, sometimes it's not, but it all for the benefit to help those who are in your marriage, to help you persevere and understand that in marriage many things can happen, many situations can arise. Sometimes there's a serious aspect, and sometimes some things happen, you can laugh your way through it. So here we are on tonight, and we're grateful that we're here on tonight to help you in that endeavor. So you got anything you want to tell the people?
Yeah, I'm just thankful. I'm hoping there's some women that's watching. And again, like he said, we appreciate you taking out of your busy schedule to listen to us. We have some fun, but we tell some truths. And we hope that it's helping somebody. I think it's even helping us. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. On that note, let me ask you something on that note. And you as an individual and as a female, how do you handle stress?
Well, I am.
Did you just breathe in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes not well. I mean, sometimes you don't always handle it well, but I tend to try to sit back and take a deep breath and see what strategies I've used in the past and what works for me, and then I move on. I have to pray because that's important, because stress is not good for you. Stress will kill you. It will kill you. And so the most important thing is to pray.
So what stresses you out the most? If you have to say what thing stresses you out the most?
I still think it stresses me, and I have to say, Lord, help me. Trying to deal with a teenager daughter or a young adult. Young adult child. Because sometimes she wants to be an adult, and then sometimes she wants to be a child.
So she's struggling. She's struggling with a 21-year-old
child.
She wants to call her a child.
Sometimes she wants to be a child.
Sometimes she wants to be. I understand that. But again, she's 21.
Yes. But she doesn't always act like that.
Mama wants her always to be a child.
Well, certainly I do, but I know and understand that there's sometimes she has to stand on her own 2 feet.
Yes.
But a lot of times she don't want to do that. She calling you or she calling me. And then I know what he gonna say about this. Work stresses me sometimes. Like this week was a very stressful week.
Because she don't need to be there.
I say God blessed me with this job at the time that when I was able
the Bible says
God blessed me with this job at the time when I was able to take it, and right before the pandemic, and it has blessed us. It really has blessed us. And when God says enough is enough, I'm going to hear him, and I'm going to go right on back to the house.
The stress is sorrow. You know what you want to.
Stress
I don't want
is
nothing that's
always
gonna stress me out.
the stress comes from trying to deal with the public.
Exactly.
It's an
I know.
employment situation.
I know.
Now, let me first tell you, I have a boss that is from God.
I understand that. I'm not talking about
That
somebody.
is not a problem.
But in every job, there are aspects of the job that you don't have any control over that bring stress. And so the question was, how do you handle that stress when it comes to
I pray. I take what I need to take, and then when I get enough, I walk away from it. You know,
So,
say there's somebody.
that's how she handles stress. She walks away. That's what she does. She don't walk away
I
from it.
pray, and when I get to the point that I know I've had enough, yes, I walk away from it.
That's all right. Stress. You're right. Stress will kill you. Stress is like that blood pressure. It's a silent. It's a silent killer. So we call it what it is. Stress is really worration. And I don't think we have to be worried about things. This is one thing. I think when you reach a certain age, you ought to be stress free. Is that possible? I was asking. You think you can reach an age when you're stress free?
I believe so, and I
What age is that?
pray so.
40.
I don't know. I don't know what age, but I believe after you have given your service. That there should be some time that you just go home and sit down and rest and relax and reap the benefits of what you've done.
And let me tell you what I said. I was listening to the gospel radio station. Okay, this has been a while back. The gospel radio station, and excuse me, I'm sorry. I listened to the gospel radio station, and they were going through playing the gospel songs. You know, they had a little interlude where they talk amongst themselves, like all gospel radio stations. And you have a host, and they got people in the background. Mm-hmm. And so you ride down, so you listen, you're laughing because they're joking to the gospel. And so they were playing something, and they were saying something. And this one I was going to work every day and listen to it. And they had a thing up there that was saying, they were saying, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. And so you know how you do it, you pick it up, right? You pick it up in the morning. And so I was talking to Shay one day, and Shay picked up the phone, and she said, that was when I said, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. She said, that that's what she said. You can't say that. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I heard it on the gospel radio station. She said, Dad, that ain't a gospel song. I said, oh, no. So I found out, even though it's true, you shouldn't worry about nothing. I found out that she was telling me that wasn't a gospel song. Even though they were playing it on the gospel radio station, it sounded good to me. I ain't worried about nothing. And so I was looking at it for the limits of being stress-free to reach a point where you're not worried about anything. But at the same time, you know that things come in our lives that sometimes in the course of marriage that can stress you out. A lot of times people are stressful when there's not enough money. When you got more bills than money, and that's stressful.
Sure, yeah.
You got more bills than money.
Right.
But over time I learned I ain't never gonna have more bills than money. Now they call it, Miss Parker, when you gonna pay this bill? Because you know how crazy I am. I said, listen, I can't pay it right now. Let me tell you what, but let me borrow it from you. See, I'll tell her right quick. Can I borrow that from you? And then when I get it, I'll pay you back. Hello? Ain't nobody on the phone no more. Well, listen, we learned that one thing we don't do. Even though you don't let these things stress you out, you don't run from bill collectors. You don't run from bill. You don't run from bill collectors because you know I'm crazy. You know I'm crazy. You know husband used to be crazy today. I talk to them like they talk to me, and I talk real foolish to them, so they don't call me back. But sometimes if you don't have a sense of humor, you don't know how to deal. You can have more bills than money, and it can be stressful because some people worry more than others.
Yeah.
Ladies. Some people have a tendency to worry more than others.
Yeah, exactly. Women do.
Women
situation. Especially if you're a woman and you got a man that you gonna have to go answer the door.
My wife is the type of person that if you have a utility bill and you get the red notice, she's stressed out. She's stressed out about why we gotta have the red notice? Why the red notice coming?
Yes, I do. Because I know he can pay it before the red bill comes.
Sometimes
Not that he don't have the money.
sometimes you just, so until I put stuff on, see when you're older, I learned you got to put stuff on direct payment. Because in the course of going and going and going, you can't remember it. Because all your bills are due different times. Then another thing I understood is this: if you get rid of some bills, you won't have bill dates. And if you ain't got so many bill dates, there's not much to remember. And so I learned now that put the utility bill on just direct debit. And if you do that, guess what? You ain't never got that to worry about. Takes time to learn it, doesn't it? See that red notice of stress out. Oh my God.
Right. Sure will.
But
I remember in the younger days, the red bill came and I got home one day and the lights was going with the red light.
I don't remember that.
I do.
I don't remember that. See, there's a tackle right now. See, there's a tackle lunacy.
But on his part,
I don't remember them days.
I flipped that switch and nothing happened. I remember that.
And what do you do?
Woo!
What do you do?
Went searching for you.
What you searching for me for?
I did. Yes, I did.
What did I do?
I don't know what you did, but them lights went off long.
But see, my thing is this: you may forget, but see, that's why you have somebody to remind you, so they don't stress themselves out, stress you out because you forgot. So we can't forget to pay the bills, right?
Exactly.
How long has that been? 40 years ago.
I don't know about how long it's been.
That's been about 40 years ago.
It did happen.
It happened. See,
That's why
it's been so
I
long
don't
that
like
I don't remember it.
Well, that's why I don't like the red bills.
Some people like red bills. I mean,
Well, maybe some people do, but I don't.
see, those are things that stresses her out. But she's reaching you reach a point in the age where nothing don't stress you out. Don't worry about it. But you reach a certain age, who cares? Somebody call you, reaching 50, 60 years old, you don't live. Who cares? You got this. I don't care. Don't call me no more. That ain't us, because we make sure everything the way it's supposed to be. But for you that are listening, those are things you gotta do. And men, you gotta pay that bill. If you know your wife gets stressed out about late notices and stuff like that, go ahead and pay it. Or remedy it, remedy it so she ain't gotta see it. She looking at me like, I can hurt you right now. Don't let her see it. You know if it stresses out, don't let her see it.
I don't see it, then you forget it, then it's still gonna happen. And then
I ain't coming home right then. I ain't coming home right. I'm coming home the next day. I'm gonna come home the next day.
I ain't coming the next day.
I'm
The
coming home.
bill ain't paid.
But we gotta make sure. So we understand what stresses you out. Those things. I ain't gonna tell you what stresses me out.
I can probably manage.
What stress? What do you mean you can imagine what stresses me? What you mean? What?
Man.
Huh?
Man.
I know you ain't just figuring that out, did you? It's a man's world. A lot of things that stress somebody out, but I mean, in the early days of marriage, there's a lot of things that can be stressful as you're building a relationship with each other. There are gonna be stressful times as you're learning and you're going through. And 99% of the thing is going to be financial related when it comes to stress. Children come later. As you add children to it, that can be stressful. Raising children, a situation when those things are stressful, those things happen. Just gotta deal with it. But we learn to manage stress. They manage. We learned to manage. We ain't taking no medicine. We ain't taking no medicine for stress. I ain't taking no medicine for no stress. We don't take no medicine. We just keep working it out.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we just keep working it out.
That's what we do.
Ooh, we breathe. I tell you, breathe. She act like she don't know what I'm talking about. Breathe. And just breathe in, breathe out. Relax. That's what you gotta do. Oh Lord, we gotta do that. So in these things, we learned that how to deal with stress, how to make things easier. If you know what bothers your spouse, if you know that stresses them out, try to make it easy so they can be stressful. Stress is a killer, literally. Especially if you're aging and get older. Your body just can't really handle it. Some people, the old adage, man, I can't deal with this. People say, I can't, what they're saying really is, it's stressing me out. I can't do it. So they can't deal with it. So we want to make sure that happens.
Yeah. Just try not to even allow yourself to get in a stressful situation. Sometimes you already know something's gonna be stressful, so don't even allow yourself to get into that situation, and you can avoid the stress. So avoid it whenever possible.
Avoid the noise.
Sometimes you can't avoid it, but when you can, avoid it.
So what let me ask you this? Let's move in another direction. What do you say to somebody who has trust issues? And how is trust issues developed in a relationship? How does it happen when somebody says, and you talk to somebody, you talk about the relationship, and you say, well, I got trust issues.
Well, I mean, usually there's a reason why they have the trust issues. Usually something that has happened in the past, or maybe it's more than one time that something has happened that caused you to have trust issues with your spouse. So that person usually has to prove themselves to you.
Yeah.
It's hard to trust somebody once they have broken that trust. It's very hard to trust somebody. It may take time. It could take years to get that trust back. But that person first has to want to gain your trust, and then you have to be open and willing to allow that person to show you that they can earn your trust again.
So if somebody has a trust issue, you're saying something happened to cause it.
Yeah,
but it's possible.
And it could be it may not even be that relationship, which is sad, because you may have a really good wife or husband, and you had trust issues in the past with somebody else, and you bring them into the new relationship, and that's not fair because you're not giving that person a chance, and you really have a good person. So you have to leave that baggage or those trust issues. You have to leave them in the past with the person that you received that issue with, and not bring it into your new relationship because you're not giving that person a chance. So give the person a chance, especially if the trust issues was with somebody else. And that can really damage your relationship because sooner or later that person is going to get tired of having to pay for something that they did not even do. So if you really care about that person, don't bring those trust issues into a new relationship.
Okay, so if somebody comes into a relationship where their last relationship failed because someone cheated on them, they come in and say, listen, well, the reason I didn't date for so long is because I was hurt and this is what happened. And they come to the relationship and they haven't taken care of that. And so you're saying they're watching that person that they're with now and see if he's going to have any kind of semblance of what happened before?
Sure, yeah, they are, because they haven't gotten over what happened in their last relationship. So person can be 5 minutes late.
Mm.
Or they can call and can't come at all, something came up and they're sitting home right then thinking, okay, they just dumped me for, they got somebody else they going to see, or about 5 minutes late, and leaving the other man or the other woman. And so it's, I'm just saying, that's just how it is. So they take everything, that happens with the new person, they take it to think that that person is already cheating on them because they're 5 minutes late or something really actually comes up that they cannot see you or meet with you or whatever. They have to break a date or whatever. They automatically think that person's already cheating on them and they already got another woman or another man, which may not even be the case. But you're already taking it out on this person when you don't really know the facts, and you're not giving this person a chance, and you're thinking this person's already not honest with you. So you have to be willing to give the person a chance. You can't just jump on the person every time something comes up, and you think they're already cheating on you, or they lying to you, or what have you. The relationship is not gonna last.
So those kind of trust issues can be detrimental to a young relationship.
Young or old?
Yeah, or young or old, but definitely young. If you don't have to deal with trust issues. So how does someone get out of that? I know. I guess time heals everything. Time is what we need. If you have an experience, okay, this one I'm trying to ask you. Some people have when they have trust issues, they say to themselves, well, I know it won't work no how. Because it happened to me before. This is just what happens.
So they weren't ready for a relationship because they were already expecting it to fail.
Yeah.
First thing I guess you would have to do is stop probably blaming. You're blaming that person, but you're also blaming yourself. And so you have to stop blaming yourself and just realize that sometimes we simply pick or choose the wrong person. And especially a woman, because first of all, the word said he that findeth the woman. So stop women going out trying to find him. Let him find you. You need to be prepared and ready, of course, but stop going out trying to find him, because we don't know who the he is that God has prepared for you. Okay, and then stop being just needy. You cannot be alone. You have to a woman that has to have a man, or a man that's got to have a woman or a friend or whatever you want to call it. But take some time in between the relationships and know you. Enjoy yourself. Spend some time with you. And then that will help. That can help the next relationship as well, because you've gotten to know yourself.
So what's that person don't even trust himself?
And that's just sad.
The relationship so bad they don't even trust themselves.
Yeah, then you need to seek some help, and you need to pray, but it's all right to go talk to somebody to seek some help, because evidently if you ain't even trusting yourself, you need some help, and getting into another relationship is not going to help it.
The trust issues are commonplace, especially down the road where things didn't go right. So you're not trusting what people say. But if someone says, "Well, then where you at?" I'm in the store. All right, put the camera outside. Would you do it?
Maybe one thing, but if it's a constant thing, every time I'm out, you gotta know where I am, and I tell you where I am, and you still don't trust me, then the next thing, bye boy.
He said bye.
Bye boy.
He just want to know where you at.
Not every single time I leave the house, because sooner or later, then he he's not gonna believe me, and that could end up being not only a trust issue, but an abusive issue. And I think I got the last beating from my mama when I was young. I'm not taking no whoopings. I'm too grown for that. I'm too old for that too. So, you got all your issues and you can't trust it. I just left home to go to the grocery store and I'm in the store and every time I get to the store I gotta prove I'm in the store.
Yeah.
Bye. Got time for that.
Got some trust issues. Alright, well, so if you're going to, well, if you're gonna be trustworthy, I guess that's the place where you have to show that you're trustworthy, right? Prove that person is they can be trusted.
Well, if I haven't really done anything to make you not trust me,
Now, see, like you said, it ain't you. It's things that have happened to the other person, and they're trying to get to the point where they can say, "Well, I really do trust you are a way, or right, or I can trust you that you'll be right there." But until that happens, I think people gotta learn how to deal with those trust issues by singling out what it is that you don't trust and asking questions and dealing with it. This is why I don't trust. Then you can deal with it. But if you don't never tell a person, you don't never make it known, that person is going to be guessing the whole time. Why you tell the person this is what happened, this is what I was doing, blah 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 blah, and then this is let's work on that. See, can we do something different, maybe better, so that you will be able to trust. Because until it happens, it's a merry-go-round. And nobody's relationship won't thrive. That relationship is always going to be on what I call life support. Somebody got to pump life into it until the issue.
until you ain't got the cord.
She's trying to say she ain't going to even let it stay on life support. She's going to pull the plug on it. After a while.
Not if I'm doing everything not if I've already done everything I know to do to reassure you that you can trust me. Then if I've done all I can, okay, now the next thing I'm gonna be stressed out just like you are. I'm gonna be constantly trying to find a way to prove myself to you, and it ain't even I can't do that.
Yeah, so I mean, that's like I said, what you have to do is deal with the underlying issue, make it known, deal with it, and then have it on the table. These are things we're going to talk about, and get it out there, be able to deal with it until you make it known. That's going to be a struggle with those kind of issues.
And if they get it out there and you sit down, you talk about it, you get it out there, and you trying to work with this person to prove yourself, and you just keep going right back to the same old thing, even after you've spoken to some.
Then you need professional help.
Right, then you need to go sit down with somebody that has been trained as to how to help you with that situation, because you may be right at the point of losing a really good person. Which is something you can deal with and something that you can resolve.
That's true. So we do those things to handle all kinds of trust issues. Make sure that you get the help you need, especially if you can't work it out amongst yourselves and those things. Because you got to learn how to make better decisions together. If you can make this decision together, then you won't have any. Trust issues as you go along. If you allow that person into your innermost life, into the place where most sacred that nobody else is. And I think that's part of the reason. There's a place in our lives where we hold most dear and sacred to us that we don't let anybody else in. But if you got that person in that you're supposed to be in your life and forever, if you let them in, then that person probably could help you the most as you navigate the relationship together. Until
And then never listen to your friends or whatever they're saying. Honey, well, you know all men cheat, all men lie, or all women cheat, all women lie. I hope that is not true. All men don't cheat, and all men don't lie, and all women don't cheat, and all women don't lie. So you gotta stop talking to somebody. You talk to the wrong person, probably you talking to somebody that's just like you. They don't trust, you don't trust. Y'all coming together talking to each other when you really need to talk to somebody that can help both of you instead of you two are talking to each other. So you can't believe that all women and men lie and cheat.
This situation will definitely stress you out if you believe that scenario, if you deal with that scenario. But relationships when you're in a relationship and you can handle stress, when you're in a relationship that you can handle the trust issues and you can make better decisions together, that relationship is going to flourish at all times. And men and ladies, women, we got to come together and we got to make sure that we have these kind of talks to help each other in our relationship and our endeavors. So that when we do these things, we understand that we are really helpers one to another. Because if you're doing good and I'm doing good, our relationship is going to be stronger and it's going to be better. And then we will be stress free. And when we're stress free, we're almost home free. Our home, our lives are a whole lot better when there's trust. I leave home, they going all night. I believe they home going all night.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried if you're not home. I may be, if you haven't told me, and I'm not expecting it, then I might be a little worried that something may have happened to you. But as far as being worried about where you are,
So you think I ain't still got it, right?
no, that's not that.
I ain't worried about it. Yeah. What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I'm just saying, I'm not sitting home worrying about where you at, who you with, why you ain't come home, and this, that, other. That's not part of me.
About 9:30, I'm sleeping.
No, that's a gun smoke.
Got the guns broke, I'm sleeping. I'm ready to lay it down, man. Tell Chester, no, I'm sleeping, I'm going to sleep too. Y'all tomorrow night about this time.
Yep.
Such is the life of a stress-free man. Well, we thank you for joining us. We hope something has been said and done to enhance and encourage you. Listen, laugh a little. Laugh a lot. Enjoy each other.
That's right.
Be stress-free. I'm the Mister.
I'm the Mrs.
Till next Friday, y'all.
I'm in George.